Roger Weiland back on Big Board Sports day before Thanksgiving, and let's check in with the head coach of the Albany Devils, Rick Kowalsky, who's doing, as always, a great job with that AHL team in downtown. Good morning, Coach. How are you?
Pretty good, Roger. Yourself?
We're good, man. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Are you going to get to enjoy it? Do you have any time off, or is this a lot of games back-to-back here coming up?
We played Friday and Saturday, but no travel. Well, we're in Hartford there, so it's a day trip for us. So we'll get to enjoy it. We'll have a skate in the morning as usual, but get to enjoy the rest of the day and hopefully get to eat some turkey and watch some football and just relax for a bit.
All right, so a little bit of normalcy going on for you,
yeah,
and
yeah,
doesn't say.
Just not too much, just enough.
Just enough. All right, give me the early climate here and report card. I know you get off to a great start, and then you kind of been a little bit up and down. And you've had some call ups too, right? Call ups, call downs. You've kind of had to massage this lineup a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, like you said, we got off to the real good start, which I think we were maybe not quite as good as our record, but we were finding ways to win games. Which is always a good thing, but then we went into not a slump, but we hit a couple speed bumps there. We're able to get it back together. Had won 3 in a row, and then we've lost 2. So it's been there's been a little inconsistency in our play as a group and as individuals, and like you said, we lost Nick Lappin and Blake Pietila recently. Carter Camper, who's our number 1 center, has gone down with an injury and been out since Game 3 of the season. So we've had to deal with stuff, but that's life in the American League, and we just keep plugging along here.
Rick, what are the positives right now of your team? What do you like?
Well, we got a lot of good young talent, and because of some of these situations with guys getting called up and some of the injuries, we just lost Scott Wedgwood possibly for a significant amount of time. So we're looking at 2 young goaltenders who we feel very good about. So, we've talked about this year after year, Roger. Some of these top guys go down, and it's opportunities for guys to step up. But John Quinville has been real solid. This is more opportunity for a guy like Joe Blandisi, who was a big player as a rookie for us last year. Miles Wood is a young prospect who's played really well and going to get expanded minutes even more than he already does. So these are just some of the guys that are going to get that opportunity. But we got good energy, and we're a fast team, and some of these young guys are going to get to play a lot of minutes.
Do you have enough guys that can put the puck in the back of the net?
I think so. We've been inconsistent in that regard, but we do have guys that can score. Quinville was a big scorer out of junior, and he's done a good job for us this year. Joe Blandisi's a year into this, and he's certainly a guy that's going to be relied on more based on some of the guys we're missing in Lappin and Camper, and then Brian Gibbons is a kind of a AHL veteran that's been around and looking for, I want to say, maybe a second chance. He's been okay for us. He we'd like him to shoot a little more, but he's certainly been around things offensively. So there's still enough here, and things still have to play out with the big club where we may get some guys, some more talent down here. But I think we have enough to be competitive on a nightly basis.
Rick Kowalsky with us. We call him Killer Kowalsky. That's actually his nickname. Albany Devils head coach here. We're still early on in the season. How do you look at the division right now, Rick?
It's going to be tough. I mean, last year, for the most part, us and Toronto and ourselves kind of pulled away. But Syracuse, we've only seen them once. They got a real nice team. They've done a good job. They got a good group of forwards, and we had a tough game with them Saturday night. We lost at 1.6 seconds there. So it's going to be I'd say a little more competitive than last year. And I say that in the fact that Toronto had a really good team and we had a real good team too. So maybe both that those teams have come down a bit and some other teams have come up. But it's still early. St. John's also has a good club. We've seen them twice. We've beat them both times. So I think it's going to be competitive, and We've talked about this before. We've been up and down. The key here is you want to have more ups than you do downs, and you don't want those downs to be too long. So we got to. We've lost a couple games here. It's time to get back in winning column.
Coach, always a pleasure. Thanks for a few minutes each and every week. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your team, and we'll talk to you next week.
Sounds good. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank you, Coach. Rick Kowalsky here on Big Board Sports.